Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little sewing project for you. Just a simple pair of pants with elastic, no pockets, um, no zipper. Just a simple pair of pants. And I'm going to cut this out free-handed. And for all you people out there that can't cut free-handed, I'm going to show you an easier way if you want to go out and buy pattern for this simple pair of pants that I'm about to make. I'm going to show you how to do it without having to go and purchase a pattern. Okay, so let's go. First, I'm going to cut the front part of my pants, then I'm going to turn the fabric around and I'm going to cut the back part. Okay, anybody that knows pattern pieces, you know that a pair of pants, these are going to be, just with some elastic in. It's not going to be very hard to make. Pattern pieces, I learned how to do pattern pieces years and years and years ago, and I've been doing this for so long. I got this on the fold line too. I've been doing it for so long, it's easy for me. Okay, I know my size. Been doing my size for years, so I've been doing this for as long as I can remember. Cutting free-handed. This is the front part of my pants. Okay, that's the front. And I'm going to turn the fabric around. I'm going to fold it again. Now see, if you want to put pockets in, you would fold this on the selvage side. For zippers, you would have 4 pieces of fabric for pockets or zippers. But this is a pair of pants that I'm making to go with a top that I'm making later on. It's going to be extremely complicated, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so what you're going to do is take your front part, you're going to put it, lay it right on that fold line. And you want these pieces exactly the same size. So you're going to make sure that your top is even and that your bottom is even. Make sure your fold over is even. Make sure everything is the exact same size. Okay. And the reason why I have the top so long is because it's going to have a built-in waistline. Okay? Waistband, I mean. Okay. sure everything is the same. Go ahead and cut this one off. Okay. And there's your front and your back of your pants. Okay. And cut a little bit more. This off the back, not that big. Okay, so for you that want to cut freehanded and don't want to go out and buy a pattern, I have a pair of my pants here. All you have to do is fold those pants in half. This is how your pattern piece is going to look. See that? This is a pair of my pants. And what you're gonna do, see, like I said, this is what's going to be my waistband. That's why I cut that so steep. So I cut this free-handed. This is going to a little bit bigger than my waist because of the elastic that I'm going to put up in here, okay? Crotch is bigger because you need a 5/8 of an inch seam. When you're doing this on a single needle, you need a 5/8 of an inch seam all the way around. But I'm going to be sewing this on my serger sewing machine. Anything that you can sew on a serger, you can sew on a single needle. That's what I learned how to do first, okay? So, let's get to stitching, okay? I'm going to serge these first. So, we're going to serge the crotches together first. On my serger machine, I'm barely cutting off, but on your single needle, you're going to measure 5/8 of an inch. You're going to put a 5/8 of an inch seam line. Love my serger sewing machine. Love it. And this machine can also use 3 threads, but I'm using all 4 of my threads. Okay, so that's the crotch. And then you're going to turn around and do the other crotch, the other side of your crotch, because you only have one crotch. Hopefully you only have one crotch, but you're going to sew the other side of the crotch. You have a front and back. You're going to sew the front, then you're going to sew the back, or vice versa. Either way, one or the other. Making sure both parts are even. Okay, now once you got those sewed together, you're going to open it up. You're going to open it up. You're going to open both legs up, and you're going to even those out. And you're going to make sure your legs, your crotch seams are together. The seams. This seam go together, okay? Okay, you're going to put your crotches together. You're going to put your seams together. You're going to go all the way down to the leg. All the way down to the leg. Make sure they are even. Yeah. No, I'm going to serge the bottom because I'm not going to put a hem in these. This is the good thing about having a serger sewing machine. You can use the serge as a hem. And like I said, I'm going to do both of them. I'm going to serge both of my pants legs. Good thing about having a serger sewing machine, you can use the serger stitch for hem. These pants are not going to be hemmed because the top that I want to make to go with them, the bottoms are going to be in a pair of boots. So you're going to want to make sure that your fabric, both sides, are even. Now, on a different video, I'll show you how to hem. You're going to want to make sure both of those legs are together, okay? All the way down. The top, right on top of the bottom. Let's see, I'm cutting a little bit more off because it was cut a little crooked. You always want to cut your fabric a little bit bigger than what you are, especially if you're doing free-handed. You want to make sure you cut your fabric bigger than your size because you don't want to cut exactly your size because you will come out smaller. Your garment will come out smaller. It's easier to take off than put on. I make these a little bit bigger. And so you're crotch is supposed to meet front and the back. Now, what you have, these pants. I have them on the wrong side right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these over on the right side. I'm going to set up. I'm going to move over to my single needle sewing machine. And I'm going to show you how to sew in the elastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put my sew in my elastic. So what I did was I pressed down. I took it over to my pressing station and I pressed down a 1/2 inch towards the inside. What I'm going to do, I got this wide elastic because it's very comfortable. Okay, you're going to press down that top and on the single needle I'm going to sew this in, but I have to stretch it as I sew it. Okay. We're going to sew that all the way around. Okay, now that we're at the end, we're going to cut your elastic off, and we're going to fold that elastic. We're going to fold the fabric. You're going to fold it, and you're going to start right where you stopped, and you're going to stretch it as you sew, the same way you did putting it in. Okay, I'm going to first we need to back tape. And you're going to stitch right on the top of that existing existing stitch, the stitch that you finished sewing. You're going to stretch and sew right on the top of your existing stitch. Okay, I'm going to do that all the way around. Okay, now that we have the elastic in, see what it looks like. I went ahead and pressed some creases in the front and the back. Okay, so here's our finished project. Look at that. A perfect pair of pants. See the elastic? See how that came out? And you can put an extra stitch at the top if you like. But like I said, these pants is going to go with a dress that I saw online that I didn't want to purchase. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to make it look as close to the picture as I possibly can. But that is a beautiful pair of pants, and it didn't take no more than 10 to 15 minutes to do it. See? I cut them free-handed. I sewed them, and they came out perfect. That's my size. And I just took and ironed in some creases. Simple and easy. So my next pair of pants that I make, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have pockets in the side, pockets in the back. It's going to be a lot more complicated. Instead of 2 pieces, this is going to be 4 pieces. It's going to be a little bit more complicated, but easy. And like I said, beginners, all you have to do is sew this tube in flat on your single needle sewing machine, okay? And then you take your elastic, run a hairpin through it, tube it in, and then sew it, and then stitch it down. Simple, very simple. So, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification, because you never know when or what I'm going to upload next. So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me some feedback. I didn't bother putting a hem in because I'm going to wear these with some boots. So, I didn't need a hem in the bottom. So, until my next video, hope you guys have a blessed day.